All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here. We are back. Yes, eventually after a week delay, and load shedding obviously kicked in all over South Africa. But it is round 5, Richardsbay Speedway. First time Sim Race Africa, and with me one of our drivers here, and also fellow commentator and founder, Melvin. How's it, Melvin?
Hey there, Charles. Not too bad yourself. Bit chilly in Walvis, but other than that, all good.
Yeah, same here in Joburg. I'm sitting here with actually a long sleeve on, and I'm getting a little bit cold. It's not one of the warmest nights, and I said to my wife actually last night, winter slowly but surely definitely approaching us.
Yeah, that's for sure, yeah. With us, the wind's going haywire, but that's part of the diesel, I think.
That's it, yeah. But anyway, guys, load shedding tonight, and as we all know, a lot of drivers cannot make it tonight, unfortunately. We will see some late joiners that will come in when load shedding kicks off about 8:30 or 9 o'clock. But on the screen now, we've got Quali 1 live. We've got Quali 1, Quali 2, that's both 7 minutes long. And then thereafter, we shall go into all of our racing heats. And we will have our 17 laps of round 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that will be followed by lap 9. Final 1 and final 2 at 19 laps. And as we just said it, Eskom just sent me a message and saying that I'm expecting load shedding at 9 o'clock.
So it's going to be a push to try and get it done.
Well, let's hope that the guy that predicts load shedding is the same as the weatherman, because damn, that guy's never right.
I hope for everybody's sake. So back to the racing, Charles, this track, it's 10 meters wide, but the speed the cars are playing on the straight, it gets really narrow very quick, and that wall tends to suck you in. So it's going to be a matter of just trying to keep it clean and not make a mistake.
Yeah, it's a very tricky raceway. This we had all the drivers actually give us comments to say that it's just very slippery out there, and it is super narrow. I mean, we measured it. It's just 9.95 meters actually, but it's still with 2 or 3 cars. It's slippery, so you tend to go wide, and it's only 334 meters long, to be honest with you. So it's super quick.
Yeah, it is fast. I mean, looking at the times, Donnie already back in first place doing the quickest lap. He's followed by Blake Creer. Jason Loosemore on his out lap now, so we should be expecting time from him. Rest of the guys not really putting in any laps so far, so basically still just getting used to it.
Yeah, and I think isn't Jason Loosemore from Richardsbay originally?
I think so, if correct, I think so, yes. And he's running in third now, Dylan Visagie in fourth.
Yeah, because
Jactuel Waters goes up to fourth.
When I was actually earlier, I went on to Richardsbay HotRod Club website page, and then yeah, I'm just going to go and look here. But anyway, so when I went on there, I actually looked around on Richardsbay's HotRod Club, and I saw a lot of guys here and videos and everything they've got. And one of the contact persons was actually, I think it was, I'm mistaken, but I think it was a Michelle Loosemore. And that's not a surname you normally hear. That's why I'm asking you. I think he is from Richardsbay originally.
Yeah, sadly, Jason not here tonight, but he would have been able to give us all the scope on that, as he knows all these guys
on
pretty
track.
well.
Like Jason is now in third position. Looking at him on strike.
No, I'm talking about Jason Nell, our commentator. Sorry, too many Jasons in here.
Too many Jasons, yeah, too many Peters we're getting. But yeah, condolences to Jason Nell and his family for losing his father-in-law. I think it's just out of respect as well that a great man has fallen, and we've seen what it takes on Jason as well. So yeah, condolences from Sim Race Africa to that Nell family as well.
Yeah, for sure. From everybody, heartfelt condolences. And we see the end of qualifying there. Blake actually goes quicker. He's just pipped down to the line.
Yeah, just 12.473 versus 12.49. So it was like 12
Really,
hundredths
really
of a
close.
seconds. Yeah, so we just need to drop the server and then we will be back now on qualifying 2. But as we said it there, Blake Creer just brought it into first position, Donnie van Rooyen in second, Jason Loosmo in third, JP Puertas is bringing that one in fourth, Dylan Versaghi also was out there, Hannes Basson and Herman Nieuwenhout. So it's nice to see
Okay,
them.
so there we have confirmation from Michelle Loosmoor herself. Loosmoor, sorry for that.
Yeah.
Yes, Jason is from Richards Bay.
Oh, that's brilliant. So it made sense. Obviously seeing Michelle in the house of Michelle, it's nice to see you also in the chat here. And yeah, guys, pop over Richardsbay HotRod Club, go join them. I've been at that circuit myself. I used to stay in Richardsbay, and we used to have a guy working for us, Hannes. I think it was Hannes van Wyk, I don't remember, but he used to race as well. So, but it's a hell of a bunch of nice guys there down there. Better than some of the Wolfers guys I know. Anyway, Melvin, you're in quali now.
No comment. Well, I'm waiting for the server to open up, and then I will be in there.
Yeah, let's see. What do you expect?
12 sixes, I think. Still getting used to the car. It's a brilliant car, but a lot different than the Peugeot.
Oh yeah, you also recently changed cars, Melvin. You went down to the Fiesta as well.
I bullied down into a Fiesta, yeah.
Everybody wants that ever so famous or infamous Fiesta, as they call it.
Look, the car's not that quick. I'm going to be honest with you. The Peugeot is right up there. The Tigra is right up there. The Fiesta suits my driving style. It's really, you can really ride the tail end, and you can run it sideways without losing too much time. Where the other cars, with the exception of the Scirocco, tend to want to bite you as soon as the rear steps out. So it's just about favoring a certain car. I mean, the Corsa is just as fast.
It's funny when you say that, because some guys are just super fast in some cars, and then they just totally fall off on the other one. So it's definitely what works for you.
Yeah, it's a personal thing. I mean, if you look at the GT4s, GT3s, we race, everybody takes a different car.
That's it.
Interesting.
All right, quali 2 is up. Go, Melvin.
I'm going to have, you know how loud these things are, so I probably won't hear you. But yeah, I'll speak to you in a bit.
No problem, Melvin. See you. Right, quali 2 is up now. Martin Meintjes, Matthew van der Merwe, Melvin Goos, Rowan Bouwer, Llewellyn Mayberg, Pieter Geldenhuys, Pieter Grobler, Stephen Sparks, Wayne Lockham, and Werner Joubert. So we had 10 drivers in, and then, yeah, let's see who actually is racing tonight and who is not, as we see this really brilliant screen on mine that's blank. What's going on here? Just reset the server. Yeah, like we said, we're only down to 3 admins tonight, so things do tend to get a little bit busy, but we try and definitely make the best we can, and yeah, we'll take it easy. Right, we are back. Let's swap the screens. Let's get back into this action. Brilliant van. I love this. Donnie van Rooyen sponsored van here. Maximum effort all the way from Pretoria. Guys, remember they do custom work on any SUV or 4x4 for that matter, and yeah, they're good. Anyway, back to the action. Let's go and have a look. Melvin Goos out on track now. He is leading the pack. We've got Matthew van der Merwe right behind him. Matthew obviously try and get Melvin into that action and putting some pressure from him from the start. Rowan Bouwer now joining the track. Love this car. His electric lightning black Tigra with this luminous green color scheme. And then yeah, Stephen Sparks, we see he's jumped up there, and then we've got our newbie. Well, not so much. This guy's actually becoming a regular, but we've got Wayne. Oh, just look at him there, drifting, almost cutting the track in half. But that is Wayne Lockham, also from, and if you have a look, it's SSRL team, all the way from East London, part of the Jason Null, Blake Creer, Wayne Lockham, and I know there's somebody else, and I'm gonna get hit over the back for this one now, but I've forgotten the fourth driver they've got. But yeah, that's their team as they're going through now. Right, times. Let's see what the times are doing now. Rowan actually jumped he's currently leaving at a 12.5s, and that has now put him into first. Then Matthew is right on his heels also with a 12.6. So these guys are still warming up, I think, because times are only 12.6s when we saw in the previous guys were running at about 12.2s. So he's going to make for an interesting one a little bit later on as the tires settle in, the nerves settle down, and the guys get used to the scores as well. Oh, Peter Geldenhuis, we see him there. Sim Race Crew is also in the house. Nice to see him and Stephen Sparks out here. Well represented. They always join in with various races that we host. And yeah, guys, if you're interested in becoming part of any sim racing or online racing, there is a couple of servers. And you pop over to Sim Race Africa, and we're on Facebook, YouTube, and you can get us on social medias. And yeah, our YouTube page as well, Sim Race Africa. Join us there, subscribe and like our videos. It will really go a mile, and let's try and keep this up for you guys. And we're seeing that Steven Sparks just clipped that wall, and it shows you how quickly a car can turn around. 2 minutes, Rowan Bower still in first position, taking it super easy. These guys are not pushing very hard. I don't think it's a tactical advantage, but they're only doing their 12.8s. So I think they're running really on the lower side, 12.5s now. And yeah, let's see if they do get a little bit better as we get along here. 6 drivers out on track. I lie. 7 drivers out on track. I see Werner Hubert is still sitting in the pits. He's not actually made it out, but Peter Geldenhuis is now also in his running, currently in 6th position. Gotta love these cars. Rowan Bower, let's have a look at his car a little bit more into effort. 94 car here, you can see the concentration of that red, the helmet for this car. Some nice details, maximum effort here in the front bumper, Sim Race Africa on the side, number 94 on the wings, National HotRod 2 on the main thing, and then yeah, we've got Barman, it looks like it, on the rear. So the guys do put a lot of effort, and then obviously Monster Energy in the front, but they do put a lot of effort in their car designs. I love this car. I just always done it. Matthew van der Merwe here with the Emerald Auto Body car. If I'm not mistaken, Matthew also races in Cape Town. Yeah, Cape Hell drivers, correct. And he is quite a popular guy in the sim racing world as well, competing in all of our leagues that we do host, and always been in front runners. Marvin Gous, yeah, Namibia's other favorite son. He's also in this brilliantly yellow and blue Namibia colored Sim Race Africa car, sponsored by obviously our main sponsor, Maximum Effort from Dani and Bitstream Internet Solutions. Timing hasn't changed much. The only big difference was Gous overtaking Lockham here, and Wayne is now in 4th, but he's going to be out. And if you look in the backs here of Melbourne, you can see Peter Geldenhuis struggling a bit. That car is definitely loose. As we're having a look at Peter now, he is struggling to get that car onto the straight, and every time it comes out of the corner, he sort of runs a little bit wide. 1 second, 2 seconds, that is end of qualifying now, as the guys will cross this line quickly. 334 meters, and you can see there, I think most of the guys are going to retire. But that will bring Rowan Bower in first position. Matthew van der Merwe is still out on track. He's trying his best to get Rowan out. No, I think Matthew is over there. Marvin Gous has been 3rd, Wayne Lockham 4th, Stephen Sparks in 5th. So that is an end of our qualifying number 2. Coming up next in about 1 minute or so is race number 1. Righty, while we've got some time, let's have a look at our championship standings. On the screen now, you'll see that we've got Donnie van Rooyen currently leading the pack in first position with 162 points. Matthew van der Merwe, we just mentioned, from Emerald Racing at 136. Following his suit, we've got Blake Creer at 129. Blake unfortunately lost out, I think, on one race, and that is, he mostly on a Genetta Cup, if I'm not mistaken. So he's definitely still in the runnings there. Leandre Sparks, nice to see him there. I saw Stephen right in here now, so Leandre didn't make it, I think, tonight. And then Jason Luesmo, as we mentioned there, sitting at number 114 currently points. So him and Leandre is tied. Jason now at 1110, so there's still a bigger battle there. Actually, with Peter Grobler, there's a four-way battle for that fourth position that can change at any time. Hannes Basson, Rowan Bauer, Dennis Knutzer, Martin Menkes, all gunning there for that eighth position, and then Steven Spark is wrapping up that top 12. So yeah, that is our championship standings currently, and we've got about 4, if I'm not mistaken, races left for the series. I'm going to quickly have a definitely check now.
I think it's about 4, yeah.
Yeah, we've got about 4 left. 3. We've got Mayhem coming up next. Then we've got The Rock and Vereeniging. If everything works out well, that shall be our last 3 for this National Hot Rod Tour that we've got. Guys, remember, National Hot Rod Tour, Simrace Africa, sponsored by Maximum Effort. You'll see then, 2021 season, 7th of Feb to the 28th of March. Actually, we think we're going to go on a week later, Melvin, because of the delay we had. We're ending only in the 1st of April now. We've got one class, 8 rounds we mentioned, 28 drivers started the series, live streaming, and good old prize money, 3 grand, 2 grand, and 1 grand that's up. And I definitely know 3 grand can go a little bit further. Well, at least now you can buy a little bit more stuff than what you used to buy in lockdown.
Well, the problem is with most of these guys, it goes back into their Simric, so the wife sees nothing.
Oh, no, you just burned Jason.
I think that's the biggest fear of all of these guys. They hope their wives don't sell their stuff for the price they told them they bought it for.
Yeah, that's definitely. Hey, in the chat, I see Mr. Jason Null is here. Thanks, buddy. It's good to be there. We sad to miss you also tonight. I know you guys will be back very soon with us, and we know what you guys are going through, definitely on that side. So race 1 coming up.
Seems I'm in race 1, so I'll be
Oh, Melvin, that didn't work very well for you. You didn't plan that properly. You drove too fast. Anyway, I'm going to mute Melvin here quickly so he doesn't interfere. Alright, in this race, we've got the following guys lined up here, starting with Richardsbay, round 5 for Simrace Africa. Leading the pack, Mr. Blakey Creer from East London. Rowan Bowen second, Malas Ghost is in third. Jason Luesmo all the way from home track, Richardsbay in fourth. Keep an eye out on him, he should be a hot local favourite here. Matthew van der Merwe all the way from Cape Town in 5th position. JP Boertes, nice to see him there, making up in 6th. Peter Geldenhuys definitely had a little bit of a battle, I think, with these oval cars. He's super strong in circuit racing. And the first oval league we had, he was doing quite good. But, a lot of these guys do just tend to focus on one discipline. And guys like Peter Geldenhuys, for instance, Matthew, Christopher, Sean, Melvin, Warwick, Peter, those type of guys, they do multiple. So every night they're in a different car, different track, different league. So they're not normally focused on one league only. Anyway, back, Dylan Versaghi brings us up into number 9, 8th. And then Mr. Wayne Lockham, I see him there as well. Wayne Lockham is here. And then I see Donnie van Rooyen is in the server, but he's did not finish. So I wonder if he's going to be in the next race. I think that was just probably an accidental loading in. But anyway, I'm pretty damn sure that if he was racing, he would be here. 2 minutes to go. Race 1 will be coming up. What is gonna happen? This is gonna be an interesting one. Guys are revving their cars. They're getting more and more excited now. Local Heroes is in here. And there we go. Donnie van Rooyen just logged in. We can see him there jumping. So I think he probably had a bit of a server problems or some load shedding jumping to some Wi-Fi routers. Hotspot on the phone. 1.5 minutes to go. We're going to be into a good old action pack here. Have a look at this racing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cars for race number 1. That is a brilliant turnout. And as we see now, these cars already taking up about 3/4 of this racetrack. It just shows you how close this action actually does get when they start running sideways. Looking from the car here from Jason Lockham, you can see him already inside here, waiting, putting the car on first, second, third, race running, checking his gearboxes out. Donnie van Rooyen just chilling out there in the front. Blake Creer, he's also just warming up his hand grips there. You can see the other cars in that rear view mirror. 55 odd seconds to go. Who's going to take it? What a bright car, Mr. Rowan Bauer. Yeah, but that's very bright inside of your car. But it's nice to see that. At least you won't fall asleep. Mr. Marvin Gous, his car is so dull and blunt, and he's got a Ford sticker on it. Yeah, and that's thing. Anyway, let's get going there. Jason Loosma in this red monster of his as we look through his windscreen. And then we've got Mr. Matthew van der Merwe in this blue windscreen. He's also getting ready. 25 odd seconds to go and putting that car with that Sparko racing gloves into first position. Nice one. This Chris Oval track for Mr. JP Buertas. But anyway, here we go. Guys, we've got lights on tonight. 12 laps to come. This is going to be a quick one. 12 odd seconds, then we're done. Right, 5, 6, 7 lights on, lights off. Here, Mr. Blakey Creer first in. Donnie van Rooyen now overtaking him. Look at the action here between Dylan Versage, Wayne Lockham, and he's already spun JP Buertas around. So that was a bit of action. Oh, let me get my car off the pits. Yo, that was close. Apologies. Anyway, lucky for that. Donnie van Rooyen now in first position over the lap. JP Buertas is out on the outside. Let's hope that does not cause too much delay as he's letting the guys come through. But he's got to get back on track. He's already a lap down now. Donnie van Rooyen out on first position, still taking up, catching that back markers already now. So action already into lap number 2. And yeah, let's see. Dylan Versage right at the back now is going to be starting to get lapped. And let's see if they keep to the rules like we discussed. Driver's briefing was quite asked nicely. Guys, if you're getting overtaken, stay to the left. Let the cars get through. Because you can actually cost somebody in the runnings their points. Blake Creer now putting big pressure onto Donnie. He's not letting up. But we've got Mr. Jason Loosma right on back of Blake Creer. Look at Jason here coming through the inside. Clean pass there. Melvin Gous on the back end. Clean pass as well. So does Rowan Bauer and Dylan Versage, gentlemen of heart, staying true to the driver's briefing out on the left side. And that is the way it's supposed to be. So yeah, well done to you for keeping up to the rules. That's what we would like. Jason Loosma now, big pressure. Blake Creer, he needs to actually step it off now. 105 k's an hour, hard under the braking. Here we get going. Guys, this is down. 4 laps to go. Jason still put pressure. Blakey Creer still in the front here. Donnie van Rooyen cannot relax. As Donnie now under the braking, Blake catches up to him. 0.5 a second. Jason Loosma right 0.3 behind Blake Creer, as Blake is now need to attack and defend at the same time. This is nowhere to smile. Donnie might be out in front, but I don't think he knows Blake is fast. He knows Blake can catch him. So he's just got to run that car as if it's on rails. Jason Loosma still in the action here. He's not letting Blake off. I think that car, that Tigra, just becomes very, very fast down the braking line as Blake has to just pop up and keep seeing this car of Jason just slightly eases in and closing in. 1 odd lap to go. Melvin Go's big battle here was Rowan Bower and Matthew van der Merwe. Action in the front, action in the rear. We don't know where to look. But anyway, Melvin now in the back battle. Here we've got Matthew van der Merwe. Oh, slipping and sliding as he's heading through. Let's go to the front quickly. Donnie van Rooyen now bringing it home with Blake Rea and Jason Lewismer right on his heels. And that is them. That is a race. Melvin Go's now under big pressure with Rowan Bower. Rowan will finish off there in 5th position. Matthew van der Merwe 6th. Geldenhuys in 7th. Wayne Lockham all the way in 8th, and then JP Bottas, well done for him, bringing it in 9th, and Dylan Versace in 10th. So that was a crazy action-packed race. Donnie van Rooyen, 1st position, Blake Rea 2nd, Jason Lewismer, brilliant racing from them, kept it clean. But for me, I think the race would go for me between Rowan Bower, Matthew van der Merwe, Peter Geldenhuys. Those guys were in a super close battle. They were right on each other's bumpers, but they never touched, they never let it out, and also it was just very clean, and very close racing. From race 1, Richardsbay. We're going to be back now, quick service swap, and we shall see you guys now. Have a look at one of our old leagues we used to run. This was our British Touring Car Championships we did recently, and also quite a nice fun event this was. How's it, Blake?
Oh, yeah.
How's it, buddy? You're going to keep us company while we swap our servers around here.
we live. How's it, Joel? How are you?
Lekker, bro. How was it race? Yeah, you were smelling Donnie the whole night, eh?
It's more that catalytic converter of his, yeah. Cut it out.
And you had to...
No, it was...
Yeah?
It was a good tight race. I was hoping the back markers would have slowed him down a bit, but they moved over nicely for him, so that didn't help my plan. And my pull-off gear ratios, I had saved the right setup, but not the right second gear for pull-off or first gear. Oh. So it was whip, 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 a bit of over-revving. So I've changed that, so let's hope for a better race too.
Yeah, he definitely got you on the pull-away. We saw that as well. But yeah, how was Jason putting that pressure on you? My goodness.
The sneaky, experienced tactics, I tell you. Saving the fast times for last. Yeah, he got the fastest lap of the race there. I obviously did my quick check.
Yeah. No, he did.
4.78, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, he was pulling nicely behind you, and you had your hands full because we were saying at one stage you had to defend and attack at the same time.
I think we've done before this race maybe 300 or 400 laps, and I had my save set up with Jason behind me. I was still on brake bias, go up to down to. I was sliding mid corner. Yes, I was like, you never change setup, young. But anyway, I had to. The track's 1 degree colder now. See, yeah. So yeah.
And how's the track? Slippery?
Yeah, it's that 1 degree makes a lot of difference. Yeah.
And we were talking about
it.
we talked about it earlier. We say the track is 10 meters wide, but when you're in the car, it's not wide enough.
No, it's very tight, very tight. So
And you-
to keep it clean, yeah,
that's like a...
keep focused.
All right. Anyway, we'll grab you in a bit later now. Good luck with your second race.
Lekker. Thanks, guys. All the best.
Cheers, bud. Bye.
Bye.
All right, there you've got him, Melvin, as well. Big pressure from Jason at the back there, and he couldn't actually relax. He had his hands full, literally.
Well, it's Jason is an home turf, so he will know the track inside out, and he will probably know the setup he needs to run on it. So, a bit of home advantage, I think. I'm not sure. I know for sure on circuit racing, it does give you an advantage. So it will probably be as well. But yeah, this is going to be a tight one. Looking at the entries quick, we've got Dennis Klutz, who is seriously fast. Herman Nievert, one of the newer drivers. Anders Basson, the other Fiesta, and Steven Sparks currently in there. So it looks like we've got five cars there. As you said earlier, Charles, not the best of turnouts tonight with a load shedding, but the racing needs to go on. So.
No, but it's not bad, Melvin. I mean, if you have a look at it, it's yourself. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We've got 15 drivers still with lockdown, and 15 out of a field of 25 odd, so it's 10 guys down. It's still majority racing. It's not like if it was minority racing, yes, they could say, it's a bit unfair or whatever, but it's still majority racing.
No, Steve Grobbers just joined, so he's out of load shedding, so he's just jumped into the service. So expect him to give the guys a run for their money. Steven Sparks definitely the guy to beat here.
No, between him and Arnes, eh?
It's got to be close.
But also, just checking at the chats now, Tommy also mentioned, and Jason actually mentioned here, that JP Boertens is still racing on a controller or a normal handheld remote, and we know it's not as easy as a steering wheel. Your counter steering is not, you don't have precise control of it. So for this guy to be so high up in the championships on a controller, damn, that's good.
Yeah, it's horrible to say the least. So hats off to him for running up where he's running and doing a good thing.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It's not an easy feat.
No, definitely not. So well done. Hats off for you. It's nice to see, and shows you can even come in with a controller. Wow. Well, remember one night we did drag racing. I was trying to drive with a keyboard. That didn't work.
That was horrible. We laughed more than
we had a lot of evenings we laughed more than drive, by the way. But anyway, Melvin, 12 seconds to go. Here we go. I screened my share with you. You can see it now. 12 laps to go. Only a small field here in the pack. I just want to quickly get my car off the track, guys. Oh, there was a jump start by 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. What's going on here? We need to have a server reset. We definitely have to have a server reset. Lights was off, the cars was in, everybody pulled off, then they stopped.
Yeah, I think one guy jumped and they all jumped the gun, that the cars are revving in your ears and catches you out. So, well,
you see,
Warwick definitely decided not to restart it. So that has given Hannes Basson, he's in the lead, followed by...
But he's not in the lead, because now with a jump, he's actually been, it says here, oh no, he is now, because he registered 1 lap behind. But I see he's now actually back in front.
Well, he's showing 2 laps now. It's pretty much gone haywire now. So what he's going to have to work out after this, right?
Yeah, it's actually a little bit of a confusion because we don't know what's going on here. Hannes Basson was in first, then he sort of stopped midway to let Dennis Knutzer goes past. So Dennis is racing. He's bollocks off. Steven Sparks disconnected. Nevenhout is in the pits. So we only got a race with 2 guys here.
I think all of these guys got a jump start and they were kicked from the server.
There's Dennis also almost stopping dead and letting Harness catch up. But anyway, let's go. While we've got the server up, let's look at this. Dennis Knutson now racing this one. Kanda is his sponsors. Magic Racing 133, car number 133. And he is in the Citroen. So I think it's the first Citroen that I see in this race. Oh, he actually...
also runs one.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yes, you're right. He's just so colourful. We don't see it's a Citroen. But in any way, now we've got back to now Dennis Knutzer, also 13.04. So these guys are not even really fast on the track. They're not even on race pace. But I think it's got to do with there's so little cars on the track. Might just be ice cold, and the guys cannot get the temperatures in, so that's why they're running slower. But saying that, Knutzer just jumped up 12.7 now. So Knutzer, Basson, Hannes, nice to see him there. And look at Knutzer losing that car, catching it again as he's joining up onto the main straight now. Basson, Hannes Basson in this Fiesta, sorry Melvin, on the back straight, hard on the braking, and he's going to also try and put in a good lap. Yours, Melvin?
The track is, I mean, it's so slippy. You get massive understeer on turning. And then as soon as you get on the power, the rear just wants to step out. So you've got to be so careful. And I think that's just what they're doing now. They know there's mayhem with the jump start the guys have. And they're just taking it out to get the points.
Yeah, that's it. But anyway, end of the race there. Simrose Africa Gazebo on the mid pack. But we had Dennis Knutzer and Hannes Basson that finished this race here. And then Herman Nivenhout unfortunately jumped to the pits. But like we say, I think it was a lot of guys that actually jumped that start, and because of that jump start, they've either they ended up their race or decided that just going to pull the plug.
What the server does, it gives you a warning. You've got to take your stop going 2 laps, but this is old track. There is no stop go.
Yeah.
So you're out of it. If you go into the pit, by the time you can rejoin, you've lost 7 laps.
Yeah, unfortunately, we saw that as well in the first one with JP and them. He spun off on the start, and then when he actually regained, he was literally on lap 2 that he was regaining as lap 1. But you know what? He finished the race, and at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Just finish the race.
Yeah, that was a bit of a hectic one. It gave your voice some time to rest, I think. I couldn't hear you on the first race, but it sounded hectic when I actually stopped and I heard the last one commentating.
Yeah, no, definitely. This one was a bit of a funny odd start, so it took us a bit to get used to what's going on. But yeah, now let's see. Race 3 will come up soon.
This will see the big guns again. So this will be Blake, Darnell and Roy should be in there. Dennis Knutzer will probably move up there.
Yes.
We'll have to look for Safi. Most probably have
Rowan could be there.
Jason Loosemore should be there. So we'll have all the top guys in there. So that is going to be, I think that's going to be really tight.
Yeah. Jason now. That's stupidly funny. Oh, easy podium for Harness. He can jump to the pits and finish second there, but
I'm glad to see Jason on there. Jay the is coming on as well.
Hey, Jay! We haven't seen him for a long time, so yeah, that's nice. Ashley Rousseau, I see, he's also in there. He's also getting up on the chat, so yeah, it's nice to see some old favorites back. While we're swapping server now, what's going on?
Time for admin, I think.
Yeah, admin time. Marvin, Simrace Africa, what series we've got coming up? What special things is in the pipeline? What can we reveal?
Well, currently we're running the Genetas on Sunday, which also ends in about 2 weeks. Also very closely. Then we will be doing a short mid-season break, I want to say. Just a couple of races in something small, something close racing, before we'll do the brand new Polo Cup. Currently is work in progress. Another big excitement that's coming to SRA that we're all looking forward to, I think, is the V8 Mastercars, which is based on the series that's run on Killarney in Cape Town.
Yeah, and
the Ford Mustang lookalikes. So I think that's the 2 biggest things coming to SRA is the new Polo Cup, the brand new car, the new body, and the Ford Mustang, which is
Yeah, and
which is
the last
all
polo,
all in progress.
yeah, that's good. And the last Polo Cup was also our own design car and our own tracks and everything, and it was a hell of a successful event. I mean, we had up to 30, 40 drivers sometimes on grid. It became chaos eventually, but those cars were so close to the real thing that we had some of the Aussie Cup and the real drivers that joined us in those, and they also commented on how close the racing was to being real. And the new one is going to be so much more realistic than those ones even was.
Yeah, again, we'll have the actual guys like Jan and Bester testing them and giving us feedback and telling us, listen, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. So we're not going to get it perfect, but we'll definitely get it as close as possible.
Yeah. Right, Marvin, I see we've got still waiting for the server. For the guys at home that hasn't seen our last Polo Cup, have a look at this 2.5 minutes. This is what you missed on the last season. All right, guys, that was our Polo Cup. If you guys saw that, a lot of smoke. We were just commenting about that. A lot of smoke as the guys was getting engine damage with that. Because the Polo was one of those cars, if you just get down in the wrong gear, there goes your engine. Bye-bye. So we've all been a culprit of that. And then I think it's the ever so infamous Polo Cup where if you clip the curb, that back wheel just jumps up and he throws the car completely. I think we've seen more cars on two wheels on the Polo Cup than what we've seen even in the BTCC. Oh my goodness! I'm thinking about Michael Russ on I think it was Donington Park when he was running through almost literally. Remember that back straight, Melvin? You come into that little SS. He was clipping it and he went through the right and the left bend on two wheels. So yeah, that came out for some good fun that day.
There was, I think, in the Polo Cup we had more cars on the roof than on two wheels. And we actually had James Leach getting lost so much so he couldn't get back on track. Yeah. Well, I think that was due to Castle Light.
You know what?
Okay, so 1.5 minutes remaining. So, yeah, who's in here? Let's see.
We've got Blake Creer so far, Stephen Sparks, Dylan Versaghi, JP Boertes, Jason Loosmoor, Dani van Rooyen, Blake Creer, Peter Grobler, that's joined us, Grobler, Werner Joubert, Martin Meintjes, Llewellyn Meiberg, but I don't think Werner, Martin and Llewellyn is going to be here tonight.
Yeah, I think they're struggling with load shedding.
Hey, no. I see Martin Vitronostomankis is actually sitting in driver's briefing. So he's on voice. But he could be on voice because of his phone, maybe.
It might be that he is in the next race, or he just missed his race now. That Warwick will sort him out for sure. I see he's in chat.
Yeah.
So
Or it could be like Donnie just unfortunately joined in a little bit later. But you know,
time running out 30 seconds.
Yeah. Hey, I must remember to get my car of grit. I keep forgetting tonight again. Yeah, that's always some fun and action. Anyway, 20 odd seconds to go. Guys, race number, shit, Melvin, 3. I keep forgetting now. We had a brilliant one. Anyway, 20 odd seconds to go. Let's see what's going to be in. Peter Grobler, first time out tonight. Let's see if he's going to give Donnie a little bit of a run. 10 seconds, 9 seconds. TV cameras here on Stephen Sparks. Let's put it on Dylan, and then we see as these guys go through and take us off. 6 lights on, and we are racing there. Stephen Sparks, jump on the inside. Yeah, let me just jump off, back in the front. Sorry. There we go. Anyway, swapping the camera is always a problem. But anyway, look at that. On the inside here, Jason Lewisma made a crazy move onto Dylan Versace, taking out that position. So Jason took second position there. Blake now in third. Nice just turn of events from the first race. Now Blake chasing down on Jason, and in reverse Donnie now making his way through, putting pressure onto Dylan Versace here. But look at Jason now overtaking Stephen Sparks on the inside, down the back straight, hard under the brakes. Jason look at the inside, Stephen just staying out wide, but that might even let Blake Creer come through, as Blake is also sniffing out that black and purple car to try and regain that second position.
Well, Blake is trying to run away from Donnie, and Donnie is struggling to get past Dylan Versace. You can watch him in the background. Every single corner, Donnie is going for a move, and then Dylan just well, this time Donnie's gone through. He forced his way through.
Slight touch, but now they're back into action. Let's see what this is. Side by side. There. Oh no, she's just lost it tiny, but Dylan has regained there.
Oh,
look at
and
Blake.
something happened with Blake. Blake has gone from third to about last.
And there we go, big action coming.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Stephen Sparks there also with contact with Blake, and that has caused obviously some action right down to the back. But now Peter Grobler made his way into the action. He's changed skins.
Yeah, he's in a new blue checkered flag car thingy. It looks actually quite nice,
It does look cool, I must admit. But anyway, let's see where the action is. Jason Lewisma right in the front. He's so far ahead, he's just passed Impangeni.
Well, we'll have to see if Donnie can close up. This should be a very interesting dice here. If Donnie can close the gap, or if he's just going to maintain it.
It's going to be an interesting one. 3 odd laps, 2 laps to go, 2.4 seconds to regain. I think these guys got to keep level-headed and just finish this race off. Dylan Versace in third. Stephen Sparks now, big pressure. Blake Creer looking on the inside now. Blake is coming out through. Here we've got Peugeot versus Opel Corsa. Blake on the inside now making his move and making it stick, and Stephen just giving up that fight. But now Peter Grobler just overtook Stephen there. Action again as these guys go through. I think Stephen might have a bit of damage. And then at the back there, JP on the controller making a move onto Stephen as he's almost slid into that one there.
Yeah, Stephen, you can see him struggling a bit with the rear end, going sideways, exiting each and every corner, and that loses a lot of time as you lose traction. So not the best of races for Stephen there. But Jason then taking the win, I think.
Yeah, Jason in first position. He took that win with a mile. Donnie van Rooyen in second position coming into the pits. Dylan Versace brought it home in third. Blake Creer in fourth. Peter Grobler in fifth. JP Bottas, we saw him on the final corner just take that win from Stephen Sparks. So I think Stephen might have had that damage, and also Melvin, I think, like you said, rightly so, he kept losing the rear of that car.
Yeah, you could see he was struggling with rear end grip. So he either cooked the tires, or that little connect with Blake caused him some damage on the rear suspension.
That could also be the case. But anyway, everybody off server, and we'll be back now. Let's just quickly swap these servers off.
Apparently we have no car sounds, if you want to have a look into that while I get into the server for the next one.
Jason, we deliberately did it because our voices are better than a Rotary. We'll get donnered here, Melvin.
Big Rotary fan that I think bigger than me.
Anyway, sorry, I don't know what happened there. I'll have a look now at the vehicle sound, but we shall be back very, very soon there. I see the server's already up. That was a super quick swap from Warwick that's running the service in the background. But technology, you know, in real life, your car will have a problem. You'll have a technical issue and you can't race. In sim racing world, we've got technical issues because of IT. This whole week we're down. We had big server problems in Durban. And I think it was on Sunday, Warwick actually left Pretoria, drove down to his hometown in Durban, got there, fixed the server up so that we can actually be down back and practice for this one. Right, there's Martin now. He managed to log in eventually, and we shall be back very soon now.
Some strange reason I can't seem to load in this one as well.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of a delay now. I'm also
Sean, so we're running on high time within 10 minutes. I mean, you're supposed to go into load shedding within 10 minutes, so it's gonna be really, really tight. Hopefully they forget to switch it off.
Yeah, like we said, we hope it's a weatherman that's actually it's actually predicting our load shedding as well.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Anyway, server is still off. We're about to swap it as we've got some music in the background here.
Yeah, Warwick just messaged saying the server will go up shortly. And I think it's just gone live, Sean.
Yeah, I'm refreshing as well now. There we go. Harman Nivenhout, nice to see him. I think that's a first driver for the evening, Melvin, from Harman. So a lot of guys coming out of load shedding now that's joining us. And you can just imagine what they did during load shedding, just sitting there counting the times off like a high school boy before his matric farewell.
Yeah, that should be quite interesting. Well, currently the Rotary is idling my ear, so I can barely hear you, Charles, but I'll speak to you in a bit.
No problem, Melvin. Good luck, and we'll see you after this race. There we go. Good old field coming up now, guys. You can see this. We've got the following gentlemen in this race so far. Mr. Wayne Lockham, he's joined us up. Hannes Basson, he's going to have a good race now. Another Harman Nivenhout. I think it's the first time I've seen him. Let's go quickly have a look at his car. 3 minutes 34 to go to start. There we go. Oh, we saw him actually. Harman Nivenhout was in the previous race. He just with the start of the all Mayhem race, where you can call it, for the lack of a better word, he jumped to the pits. But as we said, that he disconnected. But anyway, that was an unfortunate one. He should be back now. Mr. Wayne Lockham, Mr. Hannes Basson, Blue Water. Then we've got Peter Geldenhuys, also in the Citroen. Harman Nivenhout rejoined here in his start position of 3rd. Matthew van der Merwe, Emerald Auto Bodies, joined us as well in position number 5. Rowan Bauer jumping in 6th. Dennis Knutzer so far in 7th. Marvin Ghost trying to log in. Jason Nell is unfortunately not here. And then Leandro Sparks, I don't think he's going to be also joining us tonight. Yay.
I've got a massive issue here, Sean.
The batteries on my rear don't have the controllers, and now I've got no control to get into the server.
No, that's like we just mentioned. Technology issues we've got.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Anyway,
we start quick.
I'll be right back.
Nice to see Jason very active in the chat tonight. Go Wayne Lockham, Team SSRL. Nice to see him in there. Ian Clark is also there. Yeah, some guys we're still missing. Some guys we lost through the night. But yeah, we can get it out. Good. Dev786 in the chat. I have mad respect for the guys that drive an oval series or NASCAR, be it May. These cars an oval track. It looks EV, but it's definitely not. Come on, gents, like the videos, hit the like button, get a name out there. Perfect, Dev. Appreciate it so much, my mate. We're trying our best. Yeah, like we said, the oval track is not an easy thing to go. 1 minute to go. Let's just get this music killed off. Sounds on, cars on. And Malvin muted. Anyway, 1 minute to go. It's going to be an interesting race. I think this is the race that guys like Harman, Harnes Basson, and we've got else in here that didn't make, Dennis Knutzer, that really didn't had a good second race start. They want to regain that and obviously be back and just have a good race. That's what it's about. I mean, just have a good race and have some competition and feel those nerves, because damn, you can get nerves in some racing as well. Rivalry all over in the chats. Donnie van Rooyen now biting Jason. Yo, Donnie, you can play VS, he says. So these guys always have a rivalry between each other, but it's always a friendly rivalry, and that's what it's about at the end of the day. Guys, we're going to quickly try and keep the cars on here with Nivenote. 5 lights, 4 lights, 3 lights, 2 lights, 1 light to go, and we shall be racing in race number 6 before the start. Oh, big action again on the start line. That cannot happen for the second time in a row. No way. I mean, I don't know what happened there. Guys onto the back of each other. Not off the start or jumped or something, but anyway, let's get on to it. Hannes Basson now leading the pack. He's in first position. Harman Nivenote made a brilliant start in second position. He's getting pressure under Peter Geldenhuys. Peter's definitely not going to let him breathe. Peter will chase him down now. Rowan Bauer there, but big action. Wayne Lockham, Dennis Knutzer side by side as they came out of corner number 2 onto the main straight. Wayne now clipping that inside of the grass, and Dennis Knutzer on the braking, trying to do that undercut on the inside. Ooh, these guys are close, but we said that. Here we go. Unfortunately, Rowan Bauer, we've got disconnected. We've got Matthew out, Leandre out, we just said Blake out, so it happens, eh? Anyway, Wayne Lockham, he's out. So yeah, it shows you how quickly a race can get ruined. But anyway, Hannes Basson, lap number 6, leading the pack. Good old for him, be out in the front. We've got Nivenote in second. He's now there, also running away from Geldenhuys a bit. Geldenhuys taking it easy. Lap, says 1 lap down. Melvin Goos is out in 4th position as he's also chasing down on Geldenhuys. So I think this was a race of odds tonight. Race 1, race 3. But definitely not race 2 and race 4. Didn't go that well for a start. Hannes Basson now taking out lap number 8 as he's going to bring it down. Lap times definitely dropped, guys, and we're only 13.2 out of the lap time. So it's not fast. These guys were running a second faster on qualies. So yeah, so the guys are taking it easy, but too easy for Nivenote, as you can see Geldenhuys right on the back there, and Melvin Goos also sneaking out his little nose of that car. Geldenhuys now counter steering as he's trying to regain the conditions, but Geldenhuys right on the back now of Nivenote. This is a battle brewing here. Melvin looking for these guys to touch and regain that position, but Geldenhuys now in 3rd position, chasing down Nivenote. Geldenhuys losing the car ever so slightly, but he's going to come it back. Big action now. 3-way battle brewing up here. We've got Nivenote in 2nd position. Geldenhuys coming up in 3rd. Oh, and Geldenhuys sliding it off, losing that out now, slipping out. Unfortunately for him, on the last corner, losing it. Let Goos through. Goos will bring it off, but I think that lap down has actually helped so much for Geldenhuys. But there goes Melvin now, bringing it home. Easy peasy, easy podium. But Melvin now looking on the inside. Big action here as they go through. That was a race restart, I think. That was a race restart. So I think so many guys jumped out. I think they probably decided to restart this race. Let's just quickly see what the Melvin says. Let me just quickly ask Melvin here, Mariki, if he's going to restart the race or we're finalizing. But it looks like we've got 4 minutes to go for this race. I think... Oh, that's it. Huge lag spike. We got it here, guys. It happens. My ping was also a bit high. But because of the lag spike, obviously on... the start, and it's not as easy. Guys can't just come and claim, oh, I had a lag spike and I need to get on, because Warwick can actually do look at the pings and he can see on the server on the back end if there really was good old lag spikes, and if it was a general thing or from the server side, he will obviously make a call like this to restart the race. But anyway, we're on borrowed time. Yes, I'm not going to jinx it. I'm not going to say that my prediction on load shedding was totally wrong, but anyway, I just did it. So let's take this. Let's see what's going to end. 3 odd minutes to go. Let's see what's going to happen. Melvin?
Yes.
Yeah, so there was a lag spike there on the start line. That's why Warwick has restarted. So at least you will have a second chance to regain that 3rd position.
Oh, really? Oh, it's getting hot in here.
Yeah, I would believe you. You guys had a luck of dice there with Nevernote at one stage, and it's nice for him also to jump in and be in this fight action actually.
I was watching Peter, and Peter just lost it, and I thought, okay, here's my gap, and got right onto the tail of Nivote, and then all of a sudden back on grid. So that was quite a fight.
I think you and Nevernote will definitely, and Harness that was in the lead, you guys will cry because of the restart. But guys like Geldenhuis and them will love the restart.
It was a bit crazy. I got in late and had to start from the pit, so I was actually dumbstruck when I saw I was in 3rd. I know how that happened, but obviously that makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah, no, there was a huge lag spike. We had, by the first corner, I think 6 guys jumped to the pits already, because it was just crazy old action happening. But we'll definitely try and have a little bit of a longer view onto the start line before I jump to pits and actually kill it off. Anyway, Marvin, 1.5 minutes to go. Go get yourself ready. We shall see you soon.
Thanks, buddy.
Just. Righty. Like we just said, Melvin unfortunately losing out on that podium. But you never know. He might end up now in 2nd or 1st position actually. So technology, like we mentioned, sim racing, never the same at any race that you do. Final 1, final 2. I'm looking here quickly. 19 laps. 19 laps for those 2 finals, plate final and our final of the evening. So plate final will be your top, and we said 15 cars, so we're about 18 cars now. So the top 9 of this, we say slower cars, but damn, these guys are still fast. They're not slower cars, they're just the slowest, slightest cars. Sometimes we've got less than a half a second between 1st and 20th position, so it's just a run of the draw. Right, let's put the cars here. I think we'll leave it on to Dennis, as he's sort of mid-back. We should be able to get some good old views from that side, and then when they're on the back straight out or entering the back straight, I'll try and jump to the pits and regain before the 2nd corner, which is, if we can do it good, it will give it roughly about 1 or 2 seconds to do all the swaps. 20 seconds to go. Let's go. Take a Swiss and a sip. Lights on. Richardsbay Speedway. Here we go. This will be race number 4 for this evening. 5 lights, 4 lights, 3 lights, 2 lights. One light to go, guys. We are racing off the line here. Peter Geldenhuys standing dead still, not jumping that and letting Rowan Bower into the back of him. So that's unfortunate for him. Another touch here by Matthew van der Merwe. No way, guys. That's not a good start at all again. What is happening with race number 4 again for the evening? This is now becoming a norm. Melvin goes into second. Harris Basson touching there with Peter Geldenhuys. He's now totally out of this. Harris now got Dennis Knutzer, and it looks like Wayne Lockham on his backside now trying to get past them. Rowan Bower also in the action as he's getting through the pack. Melvin goes now out in the front as he's leading this back, so he shouldn't mind that restart so much. But we're getting back now. Nivenhouse, nice to see Harman also in second position and staying there for now. Wayne Lockham, he worked himself into third, and he's now racing to chase down Nivenhouse. 1.5 seconds to go, but he needs to look out for Rowan. Rowan right behind him. We know this guy is super quick on the final or the last dying moments of a race. Jumping back now to Knutzer. Here we go. Dennis Knutzer under big pressure from Matthew van der Merwe. Unfortunate for Matthew and them on that start line. That costed him, I think, or costed his race at least a little bit. But yeah, you can't do anything about it. Now Dennis now look on the inside of Rowan as he's now getting Rowan actually out here. Let's see what's going to happen now. Wayne Lockham is now out. Guys, you got to change your colors. You guys look too close. But anyway, look at Harness now pulling off completely. Big touch here between Dennis and Rowan. But Rowan regained that, keeping it up. And there was no loss actually by any of them. Rowan now on the inside. Yes, these cars are close. There are like tire differences between them. Spacing is super close here as we see Matthew van der Merwe also trying to make his way through. Melvin Goes now running away with it on the inside. Let's not jinx him too much, but that's 2.4 seconds lead. He can just calmly take it over and bring it home. He's got nowhere to rush. He's actually increasing the lead with 2.6, so he's just easy as hell to bring that one back home. Nivenhout now in second position with Dennis Knutson now being overtaken by Wayne Lockham. Lone Lockham just closing down there, knocking Rowan out as well. Unfortunately for those guys, they do touch quite a lot tonight, and if the touching happens and carries on, Phil Collins will come out a little bit later on. Rowan now in fourth position as he's now there, but look at the action at the back here. We've got Wayne Lockham and Peter Geldenhuys now fighting their way. Oh no, you see Rowan just had a huge lag spike, and that's what's causing these guys' crashes and delays. So yeah, technology, it happens. Anyway, coming down to the final year, Wayne just unfortunately losing out there, coming from second or third position all the way and finishing out last. But Melvin, you've made it, bud. Look at these guys drifting through that final, bringing that round to a close. But like we said, round number 4, crazy start again. Like, I don't even know what to say. Melvin, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How was that race? That worked in your favor.
That was fun.
How's Harman? Yes, see that Oki can put pressure on you, eh?
I was doing a good race for his first race. That was absolutely brilliant.
That was
really impressed.
That was amazing, man. I mean, it was so good to see him there. Matthew had a brilliant race. Peter Geldenhuys had a brilliant race. Some action again, some touching and closing, but it happens. I mean, guys, you know, it happens.
It's over racing, so it's bound to happen. I mean, even Nivot and I had a slight tap in the opening laps, and it was so much fun. It was really so much fun.
Yeah, and you know, the camaraderie is still there. It's not a big old circuit race, but like we say, it happens. It's over a league. I mean, stuff like lag. We saw Rowan unfortunately had a huge lag spike again now in the final, but he didn't cost anybody his race, so that was a good one. Peter, I think he was a bit slow, or he didn't engage his gears on the start line, so that cost Matthew, and I think it was not Harness behind him. There was somebody else behind him that unfortunately costed them a little bit of the start, but a hell of a good regain. I mean, these guys all regained.
Yeah, it's so tricky to. I'm just reading the comments here on YouTube, and it looks easier, but it's not easy. I mean, if the rear steps out and you lose it, you collect 4 or 5 cars. So I know these guys are trying their best, and it still doesn't always go as planned.
Yeah. Look, Melvin, I can't even in sim racing do a donut, except with the oval car. Because the oval car, I just do donuts. I can't even keep it straight in first gear. These cars are stupid. What's the horsepower? Do we even know? What's this horsepower of these little cars that they kick out? We're just going to ask Jason and them. What is the horsepower in real life on these little rotaries?
Do about 210, 215 kilowatt, if I'm correct. Might be wrong.
That's crazy, man. For that space frame car.
Light as a feather, that's the big thing.
Well, okay, look. If you look at dirt track racing, we're talking about 200 horsepower on a tar track. Look at these guys in the United States, and they're dirt track racing. Melvin, this is your shit. You like this. They're running 603 kilowatt cars on dirt tracks.
That should be fun.
That's your shit, dude.
That's proper fun.
No, man, that's
crazy.
crazy.
We've got some oval cars that we actually run. So on the gravel, the big blocks and stuff for fun. And believe me, they are a handful. There's so much fun.
850 horsepower Chevrolet V8s on dirt. No, man.
Yeah.
No, man.
We'll get you in one of them on the sim.
Not a fuck. Not gonna work for me. No. That's crazy.
Man.
I can't believe that. I mean, I wonder now. Now it makes me think. What is our highest? Let's see if Google can tell us. Let's play Google tonight. What is the highest horsepower on dirt track?
Probably 800.
Yeah, I think. I mean, that 850 was crazy. Yeah, the only thing that comes up is that 850 horsepower dirt track cars. I mean, that's... Here's Outlaw Drift. Oh, but that's drift cars. That's 1,000 horsepower. Yes, that's crazy, Melvin. No, man. We should do that one night for fun on the oval track.
Oh, yeah.
Melvin, Simrace Africa. INX Legends.
Yeah.
Any idea of fun service on Legends or a league, perhaps?
Be looking into that very soon.
That's also a nice little fun car with a sort of a stock setup.
Yeah, more or less. It's something different. It's a tricky thing to drive as well.
Yeah. But they're fun. They're definitely fun. I mean, we always have fun and fun service with them. So it's going to make an interesting one as well. And yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, there's so many cars with the mods popping out nowadays, and with Peter in the background working day and night on new stuff and new mods and new designs. The options are endless, and we'll definitely be bringing a lot more to the table later in the year. Well, we're saying the V8 Spice Frame cars we're running in Walvis does 650 horses, so not too far off.
Yes, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. How do you is it normal dirt tires, or do you have some special grippy tires or some? Yes, man, that's too much power. You must wheel spin only.
Just normal tires. Some of the guys got grooves into them, really soft compounds.
You must drive with metal tires with like a 30 centimeter spike, man.
You've got to look after the track. Don't want to gobble up the track. So you've got traction control. You call it your right foot.
Anyway, guys, we take a little bit longer getting to the service on the finals. Unfortunately, we have to load every driver in manually. We cannot pre-program these things. So we do take a little bit longer, maybe about 3 or 4 or 5 minutes longer than normal. So, yeah, it does happen. You know what the Seto Corsa needs, Melvin? Is those stadium trucks.
Oh, yeah. No, that would be brilliant.
Imagine doing that stuff. Yes.
That would be epic. I think there should be a way around it. I'm not sure if the physics will allow jumping, but it should be pretty good.
Oh, well, unfortunately, we do jump, even if we don't want to. Even if we don't want to, just get a polo car. Call James Leach, he'll teach you.
Yeah, he jumps anything. Lately, he's been flying cars.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Just looking at some of these guys here, I mean, that's crazy. I mean, you get some Oaks. I don't know if it's just too much money or some no brains, but I'm just looking at a video now that I will definitely also race. It's like a 30,000 horsepower car running on water, like mud. I'm going to try and get you guys a screenshot soon. But anyway, servers are getting back up now. Warwick just joined us in, and we're going to get running soon. But these cars are silly, man.
There are some crazy cars out there. How much time do we have left, Charles? Maybe cross over to one of the sponsor videos and then we should be back into it.
Yeah, we've got about 3 odd minutes to go. Let's quickly have this interval video. Have a look at this one coming up. Alright, there we go, guys. We're back now. 20 odd seconds to go. Melvin Goos is joining in the plate final. He will not be commentating with me, but plate final coming up. Not so many guys. Martin Vitter and Austin Mank is joining us here. Let's see what's going to go on here. Lights are going off. There we go. Off the track. Jump to the pits. Back to the front. And action is happening again. Yeah. Come on.
Actually, with you, Sean.
There we go. Wayne Lockham here is also jumping off. He's just now regained back to the front here. We can see actually action. JP Buertes is now looks like leading the pack. No, he's in second position. Herman Nivenhout is also there. and that has joined up with thing. Melvin, I'm going to give you a screen quickly while I'm at it. There we go. And back to the action now. Martin Vitrinelson-Mankey's first time out tonight, already in third position. He's now running this Fiesta as this thing is on rails, and that will bring out more. Herman Nieuwenhout in fourth position. Stephen Sparks bring it out in 5. Wayne Lockham in 6. So it's a very, very, very short field tonight. Not so many cars that's joining us, but Rotaries and 2.1s running. Stephen Sparks unfortunately had a bit of a touch there with Herman Nieuwenhout, but he's putting it through. Grobis reckons, here he goes, he's in first position. I didn't recognize his car again, so I never see him. Jactuel Racing running it up, first position. JP Boerters in the controller, he's running in second. Nice little livery as well for him. Martin Vitrinelson-Mankey is making his way through in third. He's going to catch, definitely going to catch JP Boerters. Very, very close now. As you can see him actually gaining down. Yep, there we go. He's made that gap much smaller on this last lap. 1.3 seconds now. Let's see what he does when he crosses the finish line, and if he can actually get that laps down. Peter Grobler should be running in. Yep, definitely. He's definitely coming in. Peter Grobler now shall bring it home. I think he's going to run away with this one. He should take it. JP holding on. He's not letting go of this lead. I think he wants that podium. I mean, he's been doing so good tonight. He's been getting good points. So it was well done for him as we get into lap number 10 of this 16. Martin Mankey is in third position. Stephen Sparks in fourth. Herman Nieuwenhout brings it home in 5th, and then Wayne Lockham is there all the way in the back in 6th. Unfortunately for him, we saw him just slightly spin off as we jumped from the pits back to the action, and yeah, unfortunately for him.
Oh, well, they're still running, so anything could still happen. 5 laps to go. I think Robbie's is just coasting it home now. He's got such a big lead. You know he's got JP behind him, and Martin is pushing hard to catch JP, so
yeah,
Robbie's just going to relax a bit.
Nice.
Nieuwenhout in a comfortable 5th place, I think.
Yeah, and if you have a look at as well as these cars normally run about 145 down the main straight or the back straight, and Grobis is only doing 125. So he's definitely just coasting this car around, because as we see him, they're topping out to 125. Now look at Martin Mankey's bringing that car almost at 139 as he's bringing that car home as well. Yeah, what is he going to get through? 120, 130 topping off there. So Steven's
got 2 laps to try and make that move on Boerters, so he's going to pull it off.
I think this is where it's going to happen now, because JP doesn't have that fine control, so he'll also stay rather out of the action than cost Martin his racing. But look at that on the final year, JP just
they've got 1 lap to go.
That's 1 lap to go. That's our timing board was a little bit out there, but anyway, last corner for this race. JP Boerters brings it home in second, regained that position in front of Martin, and that was a brilliant drive from that guy, I must admit. Unfortunately, we did miss Grobis' finish, but Leandro Sparks sliding it in there to finish off, and then we see Nieuwenhout brings it home in 5th. That was nice. Wayne Lockham now drifting this car through the tires, crashing it out. Let's see if he's going to give us some more action. And look at Martin as well, having a bit of fun as these guys are finished for this evening.
Next up the final, then the big guns, as you'd say.
Yeah, and you can definitely definitely see these guys get tire sponsors.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Look at the smoke between Grobler and Mankey's. There's just more smoke than anything else. Yes, see. Anyway,
Peter's still going at it. He's having fun. He's celebrating his one.
Definitely. Anyway, as we were mentioning earlier before, Melvin, I'm going to give you a screen share here. I'm going to give you a screen share here. Have a look at this. Well, have a look on the YouTube video.
Yeah, I'm watching.
I'm trying to see how I can get a screen share to you actually. I might be able. Yeah, there we go. I think you should be able to see my screen there. Have a look at this, guys. How crazy is these cars? We just mentioned them getting through on the other oval. Check there. Can you see the car, Melvin?
Yeah, I can see it.
Check these cars. 30,000 horsepower. Check what they do. Let's try and put some volume up here for the guys at home. This is mold. Now I can imagine you. Check that. That's like tractor tires on that 30,000 horsepower car. And look at these guys go on mud like playground. This is crazy. This is crazy. I would do this in real life. I think that must just be more fun than excitement. Check that. Yes.
That's proper quick.
That's crazy. 2.9 seconds on mud.
I wonder what's the distance. Probably around 200 meters that they run.
Just check there. You can't see the action because there's just water spray and mud everywhere. I mean, how crazy is it? This guy's even got wheelie bars coming up. Check there. Yes.
Yeah, they are proper quick.
If you think about it, that's 30,000 horsepower. Is sometimes more than the top fuelers, because these top fuelers run 10,000, 15, 20,000 horsepower.
I'm not sure what the actual horsepower is, to be honest.
Yo, this guy just jumped it up. He literally almost jumped the curb.
Okay, I think we've got the server up here, so yeah, it's up and running. So I'll speak to you in a bit. I'm hopping onto the server. I'll see you on the shortly.
Anyway, guys, that was a bit of fun and action for you. I mean, like we said, that's just crazy for what these guys got. But yeah, I mean, I think that could even be something fun to do. Righty, we're getting ready for the final. Guys, this is the final of the evening. Currently, we've got full pack. You can see this here tonight. We've got Melvin Gous, Jason Lewismoor, Donnie van Rooyen, Blake Creer, Rowan Bouwer, Matthew van der Merwe, Pieter Geldenhuys, Dennis Snoetse, Dylan Versaghi, Harness Basson. All of them is in this plate final. I'm going to try and keep my camera on them as long as I can before I have to jump to the pits. I just do not want to forget and cost these guys a race, because that is unfortunately something that does happen. But while we've got it, let's have a look. We've got so many little things happening here. Just looking in the background. 2.5 minutes to go for this plate final. Nerves are bringing up. These guys are getting excited. There we go. Screen swaps. We are live now. Final from Richardsbay. First time ever on sim racing. Another track for Sim Race Africa, and it's just nice to be also part of somebody like a creator, or have a creator like Pieter Grobler with us that can make these tracks and these cars for us, and be one of those guys that don't just host servers on known tracks and with known cars. We can actually have the ability in Sim Race Africa to make our own stuff. So that's something different than any of the other servers or leagues that he's running. But BZMA, 2 minutes to go. I think we need to just take a good old breath here. As we can see, Jason Lewismoor also now currently in first year, and I don't see Donnie. He disconnected, but I think he should jump back now quite soon. It's going to be an interesting one, this, guys. This is our final of the final. Nerves are running high. Richardsbay is shouting for Richardsbay. Let's see what these guys can do tonight here. Right, borrowed time. If you ever want to live on borrowed time, tonight I think was that. So many load sheddings happening, but we actually sort of so far stayed live. It just needs about another 2 or 3 minutes, then we will at least have a good old action-packed evening for tonight. To put up some of the car sounds, guys, let's get into this action here. 1 minute to go. Donnie van Rooyen not back in yet. I don't know if he's actually managed. I think he probably has some load shedding now. I see him still in the chat, so he might have some server issues coming up. Or he's a late joiner just so that he can just come in and keep those tires fresh. Alright, 30 seconds to go, guys. We're getting ready here. This is now final times. This is countdown, and these guys are now, the nerves are building up. Oh, there we had a race restart. I'm trying to see what the hell just happened. Rowan disconnected, Donnie disconnected. Alright, we've got about 4 minutes to go. I just want to quickly go see. I can see these guys are trying to get into the... Yeah, they're definitely trying to get into this server now. We've got 4 minutes to go. Let's just quickly go back to our sponsor video. We unfortunately had to stop earlier. Alrighty, we're back here. Sorry for that again. I think we've got a corrupt video because every time it gets there, it actually ends up. So I'll have a look at that. But 2 minutes to go. Here we go. Final of the final. We had to unfortunately restart the server. We had some problems with some gents battling to actually log in. But full house now. Melvin Goos, Dennis Nutzer, Rowan Bouwer, Donnie van Rooyen, Jason Loosmoor, Blake Creer, Matthew van der Merwe, Pieter Geldenhuys, Dylan Versaghi, and Harnis Basson. Full track, 10 cars. This is the fastest guys I think that is out here tonight. It's nice to see Dennis making that top back here. It's nice to see Peter as well in there. Matthew, Blake, I mean, we didn't expect him not to be there. Rowan to actually get up into that final as well. And then Harnis Basson as well in there. So, yeah, it's going to make an interesting one. I'm nervous. I'm getting nervous here. You can see Jason Loosmoor here in the car going through all of his settings now. And also his, what's the name? No, that's mine. Righty, 44 seconds to go, guys. We are getting back now. Let's see what's going to happen here. This is our final of the evening. So far, so good. Servers running smooth. Ping is sitting at 14, calling in Terraco in Durban. And yeah, Peter Grobler says, go boykies, this is the big one. Let's get ourselves sorted out, as this is the race we were all waiting for. Richardsbay hosting National Hot Rod Tour Virtual World. 17 seconds, 15 seconds, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3. That light was a little bit faster than me. Anyway, let's get to the action, guys. Here we go. Off the line here. Standing dead still. Donny van Rooyen not getting off the line, causing a big accident here off the line. Let me just jump to the pits and get straight back on. I'm not sure what happened there, but that has helped Jason Loosmore, as Jason now takes up first position, followed by Blake Creer. Matthew van der Merwe is there in third position, chasing right down with Rowan Bower. Dennis Knutzer is in the action there with Melvin Gous in fifth position. Dylan Versage brings it up at 7. Peter Geldenhuys in 8th, Hannes Basson in 9th, and Donny disconnected there. I think he battled to get off that line, whatever the reasons might be, but he also battled to get onto the server. So yeah, technology like we call it. Anyway, back to the action now. Mid-pack battle brewing here. Rowan Bower is under big pressure here from Dennis Knutzer. Dennis and Melvin is also putting pressure on him. Dylan Versage keeping up his track. He's looking at Melvin Gous, so Melvin doesn't have an easy one as well. Jason Loosmore still in first position. National Hot Rod champion, if I'm not mistaken, is actually leading this pack out now as he is closing off, starting lap number 6. Local, hometown favorite, and he knows his people, he knows this area, he knows the weather. Blake Creer is London Boykie, just down south on the same ocean. These guys are going to battle it out now in second position. Matthew van der Merwe brings it in third. Rowan Bower amazingly great pressure onto Matthew, as Rowan now is just not letting Matthew breathe at all. He's putting that pressure, slightly losing that car as he's coming onto the main straight now. Then we've got Dennis Knutzer still in the battle there with Melvin Gous. Melvin now slightly delaying or tapping off there. I think he's just going to go from home, keeping that pressure there, or just bringing points actually home. Dylan Versage now getting onto pressure from Peter Geldenhuys, as Peter now makes his way up onto the rear of Dylan, and there's going to be a battle brewing in the next 2 or 3 laps. Back to the front, Jason Loosmore still leading Blake Creer, not letting him off. Jason is rooting very, very hard for Blake Creer, and Michelle is rooting for Jason. So we've got the battle of the Boykies from the sea. Blake Creer now on pressure onto Jason Loosmore. Jason tidy line on the inside, not making that car slip, running on rails. Blake Creer slightly going out. You can see the rear of his car. Look at it, sliding, but he is following Jason as they were driving on a twee-spoor paadjie, as they call it. Blake Creer now hard under pressure, just slightly battling that car. You can see that Rotary is having tremendous power onto the back straight. Jason now picking up some back markers right in front of him. Let's hope Jason doesn't get affected too much with that back markers. Blake Creer also hoping that the back markers come into play for him there. Hannes Basson should keep it up. Back in the pack, here we go. Rowan Bower now also pressure onto Matthew. No change back there. Dennis Knutzer, Melvin Gous also in. So no change there. Where's Geldenhuys? Geldenhuys is still funny. Guys, we've got 6 laps to go. Big action in the front here. Jason Loosmore, Blake Creer fighting. Hannes Basson on the inside line. Bannish is supposed to go on the outside, but he's actually letting these guys clear perfectly, and they didn't affect them. Well done to you. Blake Creer under pressure now. Jason Loosmore starting off lap number 16. 12.5 for him. That is just 0.3 off the best time for the evening. Jason Loosmore now coming out into the starter fight. This is nail-biting action now. We've got Blake Creer chasing him down. Blake running slightly wide, letting Jason Loosmore breathe a little bit as Jason now regained the position. Blake Creer jumping back to 0.615 of a seconds behind Jason. Jason starting lap number 18. This is nail-biting action, guys. We cannot get more for a final. This is the final we ask for. We've got Jason from Richardsbay, local Boykin now going to bring it home. We're starting lap number 19. We've got 2 laps to go. Is Blake Creer going to make this, or is he not going to make this stick? We've got action all over this place. Into the final corner here. Back marker coming into play again. Blake Creer looking at that, close that gap down now. He's just slightly, if I look at the timing now, he's just behind 0.4. Final lap, final corner here. Hannes Basson staying out on the outside, finishing this race off. We've got it. Jason Loosmore just taken that one. He's now relieved as he's drifting that car off the finish line. Blake Creer is London Boykie SSRL team member. Brought it home in second. Matthew van der Merwe, Emerald Auto Bodies, brilliant for him. He's got it in third position, drifting and playing with that car. Rowan Bower, amazing drive from him. Nice to see him also in this final of the finals in fourth position there. Then we've got Dennis Knutzer having fun in that in the pits as he brought it home in 5. Melvin Gous, unfortunately, slightly off there. I'm not sure what happened. There was so much action in front that we didn't see. We'll ask Melvin now what happened there. Dylan Versace in 7th. I'm so glad to see him also in there, getting that nerves under control. Peter Calden having so much fun there in the mid-pack of Richardsbay Speedway. I'm actually going to be so sad not to be racing on Richardsbay. I enjoyed this so much. This was such a nice track. I cannot say how much. And even the world detail was just so good. So well done to Peter again. Well done to my team of the Sim Race Africa admin teams. Well done to all the drivers and all the supporters. Go Jason, you did it, my boy. Blakey, you've got it as well. Brought it home there, and Matthew in 3rd. Well deserved. Melvin, how was that?
That was tricky.
What happened with
It
you,
was fun.
Melvin? I've missed you
nothing.
somewhere.
No, I went fine. No contact, no nothing. Played pushed really hard to try and catch Dylan and Ron, and then we were 4-car trained, but they were just too quick.
I see
The gap
Jason's.
just stayed the same.
I see Jason's mic is muted. I wonder if we bring him in, if he will have a yak with us. He's even left Discord. You know he's going to get called in. Wayne, is he there as well? And Peter Grobler. So let's bring Blakey back. Let's see what he says. Mr. Blake. Blakey.
How's it, show?
How's it, buddy? You're live here with us. How was that final? You and Jason was giving it.
Yes. Yeah, I gave it my all. Heads up to him and a round of applause. He did bloody brilliant race. He kept it tidy. I tried everything. Yeah.
Yes, you were getting close at that side, but you got so close. But unfortunately, you just missed it. Was your car difficult to control in the back end? I saw you guys stepping out and you had to counter control and catch that car.
Yeah, I was trying to bring the line in tighter. Then obviously, yeah, anyway, I was just overdriving the car maybe a little bit, which is a bit of a problem. But yeah, no, he really drove a good race. Pity about Donnie. He had a problem with his shifter.
Oh,
So, yeah, he was out. I think he might just have enough points in the championships to still stay ahead, hopefully, for his sake. Because that's not nice when that happens at the start.
yeah, no, that was a crazy final. I think Richardsbay deserved this one. What a nice final. What a nice race. Full pack and action pack right through the front. But well done to you, Blake. Team SSRL, you
That's
and
it.
Wayne represented tonight.
No, all good. It was all good. Great. Thanks again for the commentary and everyone that helped set up. Always awesome and competitive.
No problems. Thanks, bud. See you later.
Thanks, cheers, Shop. Bye.
Let's gooi him back there. I don't know who else is in there that we can maybe gooi in. Who was there? What if Wayne? No, Wayne is there. Who? Anyway, Melvin. Yes, what a final. Crikey, man.
That was fun. Yeah, that was. I mean, I couldn't see the lead cast. I just heard you going in commentating. It was going crazy.
Yes, this guy's
And
was a...
there was a massive train, as I said, between for second, third, fourth, and fifth. I think.
Yeah, the guys were fighting all over. Big racing, obviously, in the front. We saw majority of the racing there. But well done for Jason. I mean, he drove that car like it was on rails. He knew the track. I mean, we say that, you know, the track, but it's still a virtual track, eh? It's not a real track. But it's I think it's just nice. We saw it twice now on Sim Race Africa where local boykies win on their local tracks. So it's just nice to do that as well. And I think if it was real, it will just be so much more special for them as well. But
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
anyway, next time we're working on Mayhem. We might get Mayhem in Pretoria finished, guys. That will also be another new track for Sim Race Africa. So Mayhem coming up next week, Thursday. Please tune in. We will run it unless most of South Africa's got load shedding. But majority guys will race. We will do it next week as well.
Oh, no, well, the test track for Mayhem is actually out, so Mayhem is definitely taking place. That I can guarantee you. I haven't driven it myself, but it should be pretty good.
Yeah, no, definitely. I saw it earlier. So yeah, it's an interesting one. But anyway, Melvin, any final words from your side?
Not too much. I'm too tired to say anything at this stage, Charles.
Yes, that was a workup and a half, man.
It was fun. It was really, really fun. I think the racing tonight was, yeah, we had a bit of technical issues, but I think in general the guys behaved well and the racing was good, fast and clean. Yeah, enjoyed. I think everybody enjoyed it. And for those who could show, I know there's one or two guys that actually ran off generators just to race. So well done, guys. That's
Commitment.
that's commitment. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, from my side as well in Sim Racing Africa commentating booth, we just want to thank everybody at home, everybody that watching. Thanks for keeping us busy on the chats. I mean, it just makes so much easier for all of us here. For the admin team, Melvin, yourself, Peter, Warwick running the service. Kudos, well, hats off for you guys in the background. We've got Jason. We're thinking about you and your family, my bud, like we told you earlier. Other admins, Tommy, we're thinking about you as well, you know. So everybody's in our thoughts. Keep it safe, guys. We're not over. With the end is in sight. But from myself and the whole of the team of Sim Race Africa, till next time, guys, keep it safe. God bless, and we'll see you guys soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.